Dude, bro, it legit, I promise you, bro. I promise you, it will not rain unless I'm live. It will not rain there's only one condition that it'll rain where I live, or it'll get stormy and dark outside. There's only one condition. And it's when I'm live, bro. Brother. Hold on, guys. This is... Bro. Yo. Lord, please send peace and patience into my heart. I could not possibly be any more sick of this than I am, bro. Chat. Someone give me a wall to just someone give me a wall to Saitama punch, bro. Give me a wall for me to Bajrang gun, dude. Always, bro. You know what? We're gonna calm down. We're gonna calm down. We're gonna violence is not the answer. Door handle is correct. Violence is not the answer. Okay? So let's calm down. Reacting to the spoilers. I'm gonna post the links and we'll be fine, okay? We'll be fine, chat. We'll be fine. This never happened. It never happened. So how are you guys doing today, chat? While I have to remake every single post. How we doing today, chat? Young Smokey with a 50, bro. Young Smokey. Young Wokey. Another 50 bomb? Thank you so much, bro. The Sea Stone chains confirm Loki has eaten the devil fruit he stole from his daddy when he killed him. How did he guarantee the fruit would respawn near him? Maybe he knows what Blackbeard did Blackbeard did to steal the Whitebeard fruit. Shouts out to the boy One Loki. I think it was the previous stream, Young Smokey, or maybe it was the stream before that. Someone said something very similar to that, and I don't think you're like copying them. I think you guys just came to the same conclusion. Which is basically, how did I was gonna say Young Smokey. Yeah, how did Young Smokey know that the devil fruit was gonna respawn nearby? Because think about it. If Loki wanted to kill his father to get the devil fruit, think about that logistically. How would he kill him and then secure the devil fruit? Unless it was through a similar manner to what Blackbeard did to Whitebeard. You see that, chat? So maybe in this arc, maybe throughout this arc, Oda is going to show us how Loki killed his father and grabbed the devil fruit, which will then in return show us how Blackbeard killed Whitebeard to get Whitebeard's devil fruit. Shouts out to Young Smokey, man. Shouts out to the boy Young Smokey. That's a good point. Guys, what do you think the trick is to that? I think what it is, when it comes to Blackbeard killing Whitebeard and taking the fruit, what I think it is they're holding fruits. They literally have fruits with them. Like they have like like Jesus Burgess, how he had that bag of fruits at Dressrosa. I think it's that simple. I think they have like a bunch of fruits on them so that when they kill somebody, they already have fruits for the devil fruit to be respawned into, right? Because didn't we learn that when it comes to the devil fruits that they have to go into a certain type of fruit? Like certain devil fruits respawn in apples, some respawn in pears, stuff like that. Wait, am I live on the wrong channel? No, I'm not. What do you guys think, chat? What do you think?
Let him cook. Let him cook now.
What is the concept for Blackbeard to kill Whitebeard and then claim the fruit, just like how Loki killed his father and claimed the fruit? What is the trick, chat? Again, I think it is as simple as having fruits in your backpack on some Dora the Explorer type beat. By the way, guys, thank you so much for coming back to the stream. Guys, don't forget to like the stream because we lost all the likes. All the likes we had on the stream when it crashed, completely gone. Poof. We lost all our likes. So chat, if you can, please drop a like on the stream. It'll only take you a second to do it. Just like the stream, get it out the way. I would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate you. We would help spread the stream, help spread the community. I would greatly appreciate it, chat. Like the stream, fire emoji, laughing emoji, skull emoji, crying emoji. They don't state that the father had the fruit powers. Yeah, but didn't they say like, well, I mean, I guess Mula, you do have a point. You do have a point where it's like Loki killed his father to get the devil fruit, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Loki's father ate the devil fruit, right? It could be a situation where maybe Loki's father had the devil fruit hidden and Loki killed his father so that he could go get the fruit. It could be something like that, right? I think that's what you're saying, right? But you know, if we had to narrow down a theory and narrow down and, you know, make a prediction, make a theory, I think it's simply because Loki killed his father who ate the devil fruit. But I mean, Mula, he has a point, bro. Chat, we have to give Mula some credit. Mula has a point. Just because Loki killed his father to get the devil fruit doesn't necessarily mean that his father ate the devil fruit. Now, if you guys ask me a personal opinion, I think, yes, it is because his father ate the devil fruit. But we can't necessarily, see, it's a tricky thing. See, chat, this is why One Piece theories are so tricky, because a lot of times you have to go off of an assumption. For an example, we have to go off of the assumption that Loki's father ate the devil fruit, but we don't know that to be the case. So here's what we can do, chat. Here's what we can do. We can ask ourselves, what does the story look like if Loki's father didn't eat the fruit and he had it in his possession and Loki killed him for it? Versus, what does the story look like if Loki's father did eat the fruit and Loki killed him and grabbed the fruit like that way, like, you know, the Blackbeard, Whitebeard situation. So let's break that down then. Let's start with the former. Let's say, again, Loki's father didn't eat the fruit. By the way, chat, what is his name so I don't have to say Loki's father? Is it King Harold? God bless. Jesus is king, the only king, the way, the truth, and the life. No one can get to the Father except through him. Before Abraham was, he was. Chat, what's his name? Is it King Harold? Goofy odd name. Can anyone confirm? Nomad Sherm, welcome back, King. Glad to see you here. Guys, what's his name? What's his name? What's good? Hey, Elijah, bro. Welcome back, bro. Elijah Sands, bro. I'm glad to see you in chat, brother. Devil fruits take the place of heart. You eat someone's heart. Yeah, I've heard that one. Chat, can anyone confirm? What is the name of the Elbaf king? Can anyone confirm? Is it King Harold? Because I don't want to say King Harold in my whole explanation and have that be the wrong name. Can anyone? It's Harold? King Harold? All right, thank you, chat. Finburst and Stan D-Man, thank you both and welcome in. Thank you, chat. Okay, so let's break it down, okay? Again, the premise is, because most people, they're assuming that King Harold ate the devil fruit, right? King Harold, he ate the devil fruit, then Loki walked up to King Harold, killed him, and somehow retrieved the devil fruit. That's people's basic premise, like the average One Piece fan. Let's actually break that down in two different scenarios, in two different premises. Premise one, okay, chat, listen clearly. Chat, listen.
Let him cook.
I'm not playing around with you guys. Now. This is study time, okay? Stop typing in chat unless you're saying, oh, glorious evil, how I love you. Stop typing. Make sure you like the stream. And we're going to study. We're going to break this down. I need you guys to pay attention. May the Holy Spirit compel me to speak nothing but the truth. Guide me towards the answers and the predictions. I need you in this time. Okay, chat? Focus. We have premise one. Premise one says that Loki killed King Harold, but King Harold didn't eat the devil fruit. He simply had it in his possession. That's premise one. Premise two is that King Harold did eat the devil fruit, and Prince Loki did kill King Harold, and Loki somehow grabbed the devil fruit, similar to Blackbeard and Whitebeard at Marineford. So with those two premises, What does the story look like on each premise? So let's go to premise 1. If Loki killed Harold and Harold did not eat the devil fruit, then that makes for a very simple scenario. And maybe a weird one at the same time. Because then that would mean like, oh, I'm Prince Loki. King Harold has the fruit in his possession. But for some reason, there's no way that I could eat that devil fruit unless I kill him. That seems a little strange. Because couldn't it be a scenario where like Loki, maybe he ate the devil fruit and ran away? Maybe he could have ate the devil fruit and escaped, ate the devil fruit and leave Elbaf, right? It could be something that could be like plausible, right? Let's just keep that in mind. That's premise 1, okay? But now let's go to premise 2. Premise 2. If King Harold ate a devil fruit and Loki killed him, creating a scenario similar to Blackbeard and Whitebeard at Marineford, I would lean to prefer that scenario because that would help us solve how Blackbeard did what he did at Marineford. You see that, chat? If Oda goes with premise 2, then that unlocks this new option of Oda showing us how Blackbeard grabbed the Gura Gura no Mi from Whitebeard. Because if we go off of premise 2, then it's highly possible, it's highly probable that Oda would show us, okay, Loki killed Harold, and this is how Loki got the fruit. Maybe it'll be a simple scenario. Maybe Oda will write in Loki saying something like, yeah, I killed King Harold and I had a bunch of devil fruit, or I had a bunch of fruits with me. So when I killed King Harold, one of the fruits that I had in my backpack, it turned into his devil fruit. And by Oda going down that route, going off of premise 2, having Loki explain how he retrieved the King Harold devil fruit, that would then in return connect back to Marineford. So then that would have something come full cycle. You guys understand? So I want you guys to comment down below. What premise do you prefer? And keep in mind, chat, this is an assumption. Because no matter what we say, no matter how much we love premise number 2, it's still an assumption. We do not know for sure. There is no... We do not... It's not confirmed. We don't know for sure if King Harold ate the devil fruit. It could have been in his possession. Right? So, if you ask me, I would type a 2 in the chat. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Because I think it'd probably be more likely that Oda would have a much more sinister situation where it's like, yeah, Loki killed Harold. He killed his father to grab a devil fruit out of his body, out of his system. Like he had to kill his father. He chose the devil fruit over his father. Kind of like Adam and Eve. I don't know about Adam and Steve. Adam and Eve, they chose the fruit over their father. Right? Adam and Eve chose the fruit over their father. So, what do you guys think, chat? Comment down below. Comment down below. Do you like 1? Type in 1 if you like premise 1. The premise that King Harold did not eat the devil fruit. He simply had it in his possession and Loki killed him for it. Or type 2 for premise 2 if you believe that King Harold did eat the devil fruit and Loki killed him and somehow retrieved that devil fruit, similar to Blackbeard and Marineford. Comment down below. I would have to go with 2, but it's just an assumption. I truly, I don't know, or maybe one of these Japanese YouTubers, bro, because like they're just so far ahead, bro. They have like the raw manga translations, the raws, right? They probably have certain wording that like we don't even know, bro. Like if who here reads Japanese, bro? Go read the previous chapters and go see if like in the Japanese, if it words it in a certain way that shows that King Harold ate the devil fruit. Who here speaks Japanese? Come on. There has to be one person here that speaks Japanese. I like premise 2, but I don't think getting devil fruits is special to Blackbeard. So here's the thing, Sherm. Here's the thing. What's good, Eric? Glad to see you, bro. What's good, Maya and L? King L, welcome back, bro. If I didn't say welcome to you in chat, guys, welcome to everybody, okay? Johan, welcome in, King. Welcome back. Zdeco, welcome back, King. If I didn't say welcome in chat, welcome in to you, okay? Love you guys. What was I saying? Okay, so Nomad Sherm, he brings up a great point because Nomad Sherm said, "I like premise two, but I don't think getting black or getting devil fruits is special to Blackbeard." So there's important wording there. Okay, there's important wording there because you said, "I don't think getting devil fruits is special to Blackbeard." Someone could read that, and I've seen One Piece fans get confused on this to think that, oh no, that's not true, Nomad Sherm, because at Marineford, Marco said that, oh, Blackbeard has a weird body. But the thing is, you didn't say eating a second devil fruit is special to Blackbeard. You said getting devil fruits is special to Blackbeard, and I concur. I concur, which is exactly why I think Oda's gonna go down premise two. Blackbeard knows a trick. Blackbeard knows how to circumvent the average normal devil fruit laws, right? This whole thing of where I kill a person, their devil fruit just poof, it just goes somewhere. He knows how to circumvent that, and I don't necessarily believe that it would be special to Blackbeard because Oda's presenting us a situation where Loki killed his father, Harold, in order to get the devil fruit. I think the reason Oda is showing us that and he's nudging us in this direction is because he's gonna have Blackbeard's scenario at Marineford come in full circle. But again, chat, that's only an assumption. I'm just curious, man. I'm actually curious. Does the Japanese manga make it more clear? That's my big question. Does the Japanese manga make it more clear if King Harold ate the devil fruit or if it was simply in his possession? What's good, Simon? Thank you, thank you. I do open mics for Bobby Lee. Who's Bobby Lee again? Loki fruit related to the sun? Evil doesn't speak Japanese, but he does know Japanese. Yo, not funny. Evil doesn't speak Japanese, but he knows Japanese. Chat, can you drop an L for this man door handle? All right, guys, let's continue. Let's continue. He, as in Loki, he asks Luffy to set him free, promising in return to destroy any pirate crew Luffy wants. All right, chat, is this cap or fact? Chat, is this cap or fact? Is he capping here? Is he lying just so he could be free? Luffy frees him and then he runs away. Or do you think Loki is actually serious? I'm going to call cap. I think this is a pure lie. I think he's simply just saying this so he could be free and then he's going to fight Luffy and run away. I don't think he's telling the truth, bro. Facts? You guys think he's telling the truth, bro? Yo, he's capping. He's capping, bro. He asks Luffy to set him free, promising in return to destroy any pirate crew. He's a liar. He's a liar, bro. He's only saying that so he could be free, man. He's gonna run away. He's gonna take off, bro. Loki's a trickster. Exactly, Simon. He's a trickster. During their conversation, Luffy and Loki calls Shanks a chicken, which angers Luffy, leading him to attack Loki in Gear 4. Look at that boy Luffy, man. Luffy said, hey, you're not going to talk trash to my king. You're not going to talk smack to my mentor, to my motivation. Yo, so why did Loki call Shanks a chicken? Is it because it's probably because Shanks didn't want to fight Loki or something? And dude, who's here is gonna actually put Loki over Shanks? I think if it's the scenario that Shanks didn't want to fight Loki, so then Loki called Shanks a chicken, it's because Shanks didn't want to kill Loki. Come on, bro. Shanks would smoke on that Loki pack. He would smoke Loki. Who here is gonna put Loki over Shanks? Who here believes Loki over Shanks so we can ban you? I think he could beat any crew by himself that part in saying facts. What do you mean? You think Loki can beat the Blackbeard crew? You think Loki could beat the red hair pirates? Luffy is like Jesus if he has 12 crew members, one of them no 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 no. No. Let me explain something to you, my dear friend, my dear supporter, my lovely. I rebuke that chat comment. I reprove you in that chat comment. Let me explain why. And if you disagree, I don't know what to tell you. Listen to me, okay? Stop typing. Take your hands off the keyboard and listen to me. I'm your father and you are my son. You will listen to me. If Luffy is based on Jesus, what is the context of Jesus? Don't give me this new age spirituality bullshit. And love to all the Muslims in chat. No disrespect. We're going off the Bible, okay? We're pushing Islam to the side, okay? All love to Islam and Muslims. I respect it. I disagree completely, but I still love you guys, okay? Listen. The context of Jesus is that he was God in the flesh who came down for an earthly ministry. He was crucified and killed. And it says in the book of Revelations that Jesus will return to take down the Antichrist. So when we say that Luffy is based on Jesus, we're not talking about the Jesus that had the earthly ministry. We are talking about the Jesus that returns and takes down the Antichrist. The Jesus in the book of Revelations that returns to take down the Antichrist does not have a betrayal. So the one that's going to have a betrayal is Joy Boy. Do you understand? Do you understand? I say this out of love and out of truth, okay? Luffy is obviously the return of Joy Boy. So if Luffy's based on Jesus, then such is Joy Boy. So when we talk about Luffy being betrayed, it makes no sense. Zoro's not betraying Luffy, bro. I'm sorry. We're in Elbaf, bro. Zoro is not betraying Luffy. Nami is not betraying Luffy. Sanji's not betraying Luffy. Usopp's not betraying Luffy. Nobody's betraying Luffy. The Judas that you speak of betraying someone is the Jesus, the Joy Boy from the Void Century. Emu's probably that Judas. Okay, do you understand? So when we read the Bible and Jesus came down as the son, as the servant, right? And he was crucified and he was betrayed by Judas for 30 pieces of silver, which by the way, Judas betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, but people in 2024 betrayed Jesus for free. The Jesus that gets betrayed by Judas is Joy Boy in the Void Century. The Jesus that returns from heaven to take down the Antichrist, that's Luffy. Okay? Do you understand now? Do you understand? And if you disagree, explain to me why you disagree, okay? Just explain to me. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. Don't agree just because I'm saying that. But just explain to me why you disagree, okay? No one's betraying Luffy, I promise you. I'll put my life on that, bro. I would put any amount of money. There is no Straw Hat that's going to betray Luffy. And if it's the Grand Fleet, that doesn't count. I'm not talking about the Grand Fleet, bro. Leave Bart out of this. Leave the random giants out of this. I'm not talking about the Grand Fleet. I'm talking about the Straw Hats. The Straw Hats. Jesus came down to save humanity's sins. Did Joy Boy do that? Jesus came down to show that Lord, that Yahweh is God, right? And he led a people, he led a great nation. And he has many followers. And they kept his words written down, similar to the poneglyphs. I'm not going to get too deep into that because we talk about this every stream. I just had to rebuke that comment really quick. Because you guys know when people compare Luffy to Jesus, they'll say, okay, well then that must mean that someone is going to betray Luffy. But they're not taking the context in, okay? We need the full context. Jesus isn't on earth only one time. No. Jesus came to earth, was betrayed by Judas, got crucified, went to heaven, and then in Book of Revelations it says that in the last days Jesus will come down from heaven to save his people and take down the Antichrist. When we talk about Luffy being based on Jesus, we're not talking about Jesus's first time on earth when he was born and had his earthly ministry. We're talking about Jesus when he comes down from heaven to save the world and take down the Antichrist. And in that scenario where Jesus is on earth returning from heaven to take down the Antichrist, there is no Judah or Judas. So that's why I'm arguing when we're talking about Judas betraying Jesus in One Piece, we are saying that Joy Boy was betrayed by Judas, and Judas is probably Emu. Do we understand now, chat? What's good, monkey? I don't think Luffy could take Loki. All right, guys, comment down below. Who wins in a 1v1, Luffy or Loki? Give me your answer. Who wins in a 1v1, Luffy or Loki? Give me a one-word response, okay? Luffy. Luffy. Emu is the last boss? Bro, I could literally sit down and make a video 100 reasons why Emu is the final villain. I could do it, bro. Straight up. I could sit down and make a full-fledged video 100 reasons why Emu is the final villain of One Piece. It'd be the easiest video to ever make. You want to give me a challenge? Give me a challenge. 200 reasons why Emu is the final villain. Luffy 99% without Ricks? What do you mean but without Ricks? Without rocks? What do you mean? The reason Emu disappeared, became hidden leader, was to parallel Judas offings. Hey, I mean, to be fair, we can't take the Bible in One Piece comparison as fact. There could still be a traitor. It just feels less likely there will be a traitor. Yeah, so here's the thing, L. Because if we're going to talk about, and you know we've said this before, L. We've said this many times. Oda will take an inspiration from the real world, apply it to One Piece, and add his own twist. L, you know I agree with you. You know we've said that a million times. But here's the thing. If we're going to have a conversation about how Oda is inspired by the Bible, or Oda's inspired by this, or Oda's inspired by that, we can't pick and choose what Oda's twisting, right? Because then that complicates it. What we're going to do, what we have to do is look at the inspiration that Oda's pulling from and say, okay, how is Oda going to use that inspiration to influence One Piece? We can't predict where Oda's going to twist the narrative. You get what I'm saying? So what we have to, we can't necessarily add in the twist. So if we're going to see that Oda's inspired by the Bible and he's applying it to One Piece, then we have to look at everything that the Bible has and then apply it to One Piece. Because there is no possible way to predict what he's going to twist. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why when you see people make a theory about like, oh, this part of One Piece is inspired by this real life thing. When people do that, they don't ever add like, then Oda's going to twist this one thing. And Oda's going to twist that one thing. You don't see people do that. They just say like, okay, this inspiration has these 5 aspects. Oda's going to add this aspect. He's going to add that aspect. He's going to add that aspect. Because they have to draw the parallel. And then it's up to Oda to twist the part that he's in a twist. There's no way to decipher. There's no possible way to figure out what he's going to change. That's what I'm saying. And maybe that's what you're saying. I don't know. But I think that's the most fair approach. Because then if we get into an argument where it's like, okay, One Piece is inspired by the Bible in a lot of aspects, but you're going to pick and choose where the twist is. I'm going to pick and choose where the twist is. Smokey's going to pick and choose where the twist is. It becomes complicated to the point where it's like, okay, well, if everyone's picking where all of the changes and twists are going to be in the story, then how do we even choose where what the inspiration is? Because every piece of the inspiration you can argue is going to be twisted. So then there's nothing to go off of. You get what I'm saying? And we have G with the 20 gifted memberships, chat. Let's get a WG in chat. Let's get a WG with the 20 gifted memberships. G, thank you so much. Always coming through with the gifted memberships, G. Thank you so much, bro. You've been supporting me for such a long time. I greatly appreciate your generosity, your support, your love. Thank you so much, King. Dawn of Ascension got a membership. Smokey got a membership. Elijah got a membership. Dirk got a membership. Amuni got a membership. Ramon got a membership. Tiante got a membership. Jacob got a membership. Blessing got a membership. Joe got a membership. Javi. Many memberships. G, thank you so much, bro. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that, man. Thank you, brother. El said, nah, if you're, you're right. If Joy Boy had a traitor in his crew, then Luffy's crew should be better and therefore not have a traitor. Yeah, see, like, that's something I didn't even take into account, El. I didn't even think of it like that. But that, to me, just proves so many reasons why Luffy's crew won't have a traitor. And I think it's very straightforward, you know? If Luffy's inspired by Jesus, and Luffy's a return to Joy Boy, then that necessarily means that Joy Boy's based on Jesus. And look at the context of why Luffy's based on Jesus, right? Look at the context of why Luffy is based on Jesus. That necessarily applies to Nika and Joy Boy. Without Nika and Joy Boy, it's hard to argue that Luffy's based on Jesus. Forever Demon Gang homie. G with the 11 months. Guys, can we get a WG? This man came through with 20 gifted memberships. Now he's getting his 11th subscription, his 11th membership. Thank you so much, G. You absolute legend. You absolute legend. Thank you so much, G. I love you, brother. Lots of kisses, brotherly hugs. Thank you so much, bro. Gotta get going, short day, but I'll try to be here for the chapter review if it's within my time zone. Monkey, bro, have a nice morning, day, or night, wherever you are, bro. We'll be back with the long summary. Most likely tomorrow we'll be back. We'll be streaming. And, of course, for the chapter review, we'll be here to stream. You never know, there might be a traitor. Look at Odin's group. You are assuming Jesus is coming back with new disciples. I thought it was only Jesus coming back. Hey, that's only 11 because you got hacked, LOL. Should be much more. Hey, G, that's true. Look, in our heart, you have like 20. You have like 20 months. Probably even more months than that. Thank you so much, G. All right, guys, I wanted to go over this tweet real quick because it applies to our conversation, okay? One Piece is a story about how the blank killed Jesus Christ, then took over things like the media, banks, government, and more, combined with blank plus ethnic cleansing to create their own holy land, but will eventually lose when Jesus Christ returns and takes down the Antichrist, okay? Let's go over what I'm talking about here, okay? Let's go over what I'm talking about here. Let's start with the jewel tree Adam. Okay, the Adam tree. If we move on, there is an Eve tree. And if we move on, there's a tree of knowledge. So in One Piece, there's an Adam tree, Eve tree, and tree of knowledge. That is directly from the book of Genesis in the Bible. I don't know how anyone could argue against this. You just got to have some agenda to argue against it. Even if you're not a Christian, you have some religious trauma, you hate Christians, whatever. I don't see how you could argue against this, okay? So clearly, Adam tree, Eve tree, tree of knowledge is deeply embedded. It has the Bible deeply embedded into One Piece, right? The Bible, which is exactly why in One Piece, Kuma literally has a Bible. The only people that would argue against this are the people that hate Christians and hate Christ. Because you're arguing against just common sense, just like facts, because of your personal emotions. See, it's not a head problem, it's a heart problem. But let's go on. Kuma has a Bible. Kuma's family ran a church. Kuma was known to pray. Kuma prayed to a cross. He was a pastor. Gee, I wonder what this is pointing to. And Bartholomew was literally an apostle of Jesus. Gee, I wonder what the inspiration here could possibly be. Right? Now, Bartholomew, who was a pastor of a church, who prayed to a cross, who had a Bible, right? Clearly based on Bartholomew, the apostle of Jesus, he prayed to sun god Nika. Okay? He prayed to sun god Nika. Chat, where does the word Nika originate from? ICXC Nika means Jesus Christ conquers. You see this? You see this, chat? The man who is literally a pastor, who prayed to a cross, who had a family in a church, who carried the Bible, prays to Nika, and Nika in real life means Jesus Christ conquers. ICXC Nika means Jesus Christ conquers. It is so clear, okay? Now, in the conversation that Kuma's father had with Kuma, Kuma's father in the official translations said, one day he'll show up and take you out under the sun to freedom to the sea. We know that Joy Boy was already a character. We know that Joy Boy already walked the One Piece earth. He already existed. He already existed. So if Kuma's father is saying one day he'll show up, then clearly what Kuma's father is actually saying is one day he'll return. Because we're praying to Nika, we're praying to Joy Boy. He was already here. So if I'm telling you, Kuma, one day Joy Boy will show up, but Joy Boy was already here, then clearly what I'm saying is one day Joy Boy will return, right? And look in the book of Revelations, chapter 20. All right, are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Every time? We back? We back? We back? Are we back? See? They don't want to preach. They don't want me preaching the truth, bro. They don't want me preaching the truth. Yo, you could run away. Run to the hills. Run to the hills. You cannot escape the truth. Run to the hills. Run as fast as you can. Turn your back away from the truth. You cannot escape the truth. Okay, so let's move on, chat. Let's move on. What does Doflamingo say in Dressrosa, chat? What does Doflamingo say in Dressrosa, okay? Doflamingo says, brought their families with them, meaning the Celestial Dragons. The Celestial Dragons brought their families with them to Marijwa, the Holy Land. Those 19 families, except the Nefertari line of Alabasta, who refused the honor. Do you see what's going on here, chat? Doflamingo is telling you that the elites, the powerful people, the people with the money, influence, and power of the One Piece world created their own Holy Land. They brought back their own Holy Land through their wealth, fame, and power. Do you understand that, chat? Listen. I want you to listen to me, chat. Please, I am begging you. Doflamingo is saying that the Celestial Dragons brought their families with them, these powerful money-making people who made a lot of money, to go and create a Holy Land. And we know that in Wano, they had an ethnic cleansing above the red line. They had an ethnic cleansing above the red line, and they created the Holy Land, Marijwa. An ethnic cleansing. You understand that, chat? Well, what is the Holy Land in real life? Israel. It's Israel. Where did Jesus walk? What is the land of God's children? It's Israel. This is so obviously clearly an inspiration from the Bible. It's so clear. Even if you hate Christians and you have this religious trauma, maybe your dad was a mean Christian, you see mean Christians who are judgmental. Look, bro, you cannot escape this. There's inspiration in One Piece. No matter what your emotions tell you about Christians and Christianity, even if they're true, even if they're wrong, you can't escape the inspiration here. Okay? Now, Israel. Let's talk about Israel. Chat, who created Israel in modern day? Who created Israel in modern day? There's no disputing this. It is obvious. It's a fact. It's not a conspiracy theory. Go on Wikipedia. Tell me, chat, who created modern day Israel? Tell me. Who created modern day Israel? It's all over Wikipedia. It's a well-known fact. They have libraries named after them. They have streets named after them. They have districts named after them. It is the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds, a wealthy family line, a bloodline, who has so much influence, who controls the centralized banks, who has all the money, all the influence. It's on the screen. They are the ones that helped build Israel more than anybody else. It was a Rothschilds that the Balfour Declaration was sent to. It was a Rothschilds. Dear Lord Rothschild. Okay? The Rothschilds created Israel. The Rothschilds created the modern day Holy Land. Now tell me, when we look at One Piece and we see how they're talking about these families and these bloodlines and the lines of the Nefertaris and the lines of the Don Quixotes, what is the line of the Rothschilds, chat? What is the line of the Rothschilds? What is their line? What is their line, chat? I know you see it. I know this is Wikipedia, bro. People love to run to Wikipedia. All right, let's use Wikipedia then. What is their line? What is their symbol? What is their bloodline? What is their symbol? Do we see it similarly in One Piece? Huh? Do we see it in One Piece? What about Saint Saturn? Does he look like someone? Okay? You guys should get the full picture. You guys should get the full picture. And guys, unfortunately, we went very off topic. Where's the One Piece spoilers? Let's get back to the One Piece spoilers. When I look it up, I don't see anything saying Rothschilds. Feel like you got to dig a bit. No. Just go to you could look on Wikipedia and get this information right away. Pull up Israel and just Control F Rothschild and you'll see all the statements and all the facts about the Rothschilds. And this isn't a conspiracy. Like it's a fact. Like we just know this, right? Like water is H2O. The Rothschilds made Israel. It's not a conspiracy. You know, it's just like people don't know this. So then when people are told this, they think like, oh, is that a conspiracy? No, it's not a conspiracy. Okay. So with that being said, chat, Luffy is the Jesus of the Book of Revelations, whereas Joy Boy is the Jesus of the Gospels. That's why the poneglyphs are a thing. The poneglyphs are essentially the Gospels. You guys know how the church leaders, the priests, the pastors, the people who ran the churches way back in the day, they had to write letters, bro. They had to write letters. Please guard this with your life to let you know that he came down and died for our sins. Just like how these guys are protecting and preserving the poneglyphs. Go look in the Rothschilds, bro. You'll see it right away. There's districts named after Rothschilds. There's streets named after Rothschilds. Look up the Balfour Declaration. If you think the Balfour Declaration is fake, then I guess you're thinking the government is fake. But then, like, conspiracy theories use the Balfour Declaration as legs to stand on. So then pretty much everyone is lying, you know? Anyways, guys, let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic real quick. We went too far off topic. Let's continue. The world government has placed a special bounty of 2.6 billion berries on Loki's head. All right, guys. Let me get an answer from you guys with a yes or a no. Do you guys believe a bounty of 2.6 billion berries on Loki is fair? Yes or no? Let me know. With a yes or a no, do you believe that a 2.6 billion berry bounty on Loki is fair? Yes or no? Me, I'm not answering because I still need more information on Loki. Yes, they needed all the giant warrior pirates to restrain him. Yes, he killed his father. Still, I need some more information on Loki. Me personally. Oda trying to hype Loki and it failed. You think he failed? I think a lot of people are hyped for Loki. Probably before Devil Fruit, after Devil Fruit, maybe higher than 3. No, yes, no, yes. No, needs to be higher. Yes, mythical Devil Fruit, yes, no. Based on the legendary Devil Fruit, probably. British, yes, 100%. So that means Luffy won't fight him, but someone stronger. Why though? Why'd you come to that conclusion though? What makes you say that Luffy's not gonna fight him? Someone stronger than Luffy will fight him. There's not many options, right? There's not many options as to people stronger than Luffy. What, like Shanks, Blackbeard? I think Luffy is weaker than Blackbeard until their fight. Probably the middle of their fight, if you want to get specific. Luffy is weaker than Blackbeard until the middle of their fight, the end of the fight where Luffy throws the final blow and he gets that one power up, he gets the power boost, he gets the new attack, then he's stronger than Blackbeard. I'm more hyped for Robin's old hair. Why do you guys keep talking about Robin's hair? I've seen literally like 6 comments this stream about Robin's hair. Is there a spoiler about that? That makes Loki the underdog? I think he means Luffy will fight someone stronger than Loki. Oh, is that what he means? The silhouetted guy is stronger than him. We don't know anything about him. Yeah, but isn't that an argument against being stronger? Like, if you don't know anything about someone, you have nothing to use to say that they are stronger than another person, right? Doesn't that work against? Emu doesn't count. Emu is the ruler king of the world. He doesn't count. He doesn't exist in this conversation. I hate the idea of Luffy beating my badass captain. Who are you? Oh, you're talking about Blackbeard. They expected you to be done reading the spoilers by now. Hey, bro, this is, you know how we do, bro. This is a raw, genuine, authentic stream. I'm not a robot. I'm not an Israel shill. I say it exactly how it is. I give you guys my raw, genuine opinions, my raw, genuine reactions, my genuine persona, my genuine character. I don't put on a mask so that I could follow or farm followers, so that I can farm likes, so that I could farm subscribers. No, I give you guys exactly who I am, exactly what I think. And that's the beauty of the stream, because we all do that here. All of the loyal subscribers, all of the loyal viewers, we all do that here. Whether we're roasting each other, whether we're saying crazy jokes, whether we're giving each other love, whatever it is, we're genuine here. Take your time, 3. You prayed for this and we receive it. You're doing the Lord's work. Yo, shout out to Alex, bro. Thank you. Much love, Alex. God bless you. Why would I give 2 Fs about Boa? Yo, Boa is so irrelevant, bro. Can we just admit that for a second? Like, the Boa fanboys are always trying to like push her into the narrative, bro. They were trying to say like, yeah, Boa. I remember, bro. I'm not even gonna say the person's name, cause that would be, you guys know that'd be rude, right? You guys would be like, oh, come on, Evil. You're being an a-hole. You're being mean. Why are you gonna say the guy's name? Fine, I won't say his name. But there's a certain person that was just over the top, saying that Boa was gonna show up to Egghead because of this. You know, it's like, come on, bro. Like, take a step back. I know you're all over Boa's bosom, but take a step back, bro. Boa is not as relevant as you think. She's not. Boa's not coming to Egghead. Okay? She wasn't going to Wano. I don't see why she would go to Elbaf. Boa's waiting for Luffy. Scopper Gabon trained Loki. That's why he uses an axe. Yo, shout out to Elijah, bro. Scopper Gabon trained Loki. That's why he uses it. Wait, does he actually use an axe? Wait a minute. Does he actually have an axe? Did I like look past that? I think there was something on Loki's back, right? When he was sitting down, there was like a weapon on his back. Loki actually has an axe? You don't have to confirm, but I can neither confirm nor deny. Wait, I don't see Loki's axe. Loki has an axe? I guess there's something behind him. You guys see this? It looks like a pickaxe. Yeah, dude, that's a pickaxe. Look right here. You can see the straps. Like the straps around the axe. Look, follow it to the left. Like right here. Is it like a pickaxe? It looks like a pickaxe. Like this is one edge, the other edge comes down here. What do you guys think? What do we think? Does he have a pickaxe? Search on Google Uranus Redline. I just saw that Oda was inspired by a real thing and that the universe of One Piece takes place on Uranus and not on Earth. Johan, I keep going off topic with the streams and the spoilers. I apologize. Remind me towards the end of the spoilers for me to do that. Luffy's definitely gay. It's one of the grade swords. That'd be sick. Nami and Boa over Robin all, or no, Nami and Boa under Robin all day. Any day and twice on. True. Young Smokey, true. About the Shanks part, it says that he clearly saw the bond Shanks and Luffy has, and he provoked Luffy as a joke. How could he see as he's blindfolded? You know what? I that's probably in the spoilers, and I haven't gotten to that. Okay. Wait, are there two people named Okay? Or is that the original Okay? No. There's an Okay, and then there's an Okay. Oh, no. Yo, you guys got to change your name, bro. Yo, Okay in all caps, you got to change your name. Because there's one person in the chat that's been a supporter for a long time. His name's Okay. And now you're in the chat with the name Okay. Look, bro, I can't confuse you. I can't confuse the two. My brain can only handle so much. What's good, Chadzu? Young Smokey. It's Robin all day Sunday, every day. Yeah, all Sunday, man. All right, let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Curious about the connection between Shanks and Loki, Luffy demands an explanation, but Loki cryptically states he'll only reveal the truth if Luffy releases him. Man, see, this man Loki is trying to manipulate Luffy. Loki is trying to manipulate Luffy. Bro, yo, chat, we can't trust him. Chatzu, what's good, brother? Guys, we can't trust Loki, bro. He's a schemer, man. We've been talking about this for how long now? Decades of real life One Piece theories. We've been saying that Loki's going to be inspired from Norse mythology. Loki's going to be a trickster. He's going to be a prankster. Chat, we can't trust him. Give me evidence as to why we should trust Loki. Especially since he just killed his own father. Give me evidence as to why we should trust him. We know Luffy's gullible, bro. There are moments in One Piece where Luffy will like detect someone's heart. I'm trying to think of examples. Maybe you guys in the chat know where Luffy will like detect someone's heart and know if they're lying or not. But like at the same time, Luffy's like this gullible kid, bro. Do we trust him, chat? Yes or no? Do we trust Loki, the prankster, the trickster, the man who killed his own father? Do we trust him? Yes or no? Luffy don't trust. He's just sure of himself. It's going to take a lot to trust this guy. If anything were to happen. Bro, if anything were to happen, do we trust Loki? Meanwhile, Zoro and his group narrowly escape from Road and a gang of pirates. Let's go, Zoro. Typical Zoro W. Hey, where is the Sanji mention? Where is the Sanji mention this chapter? All I hear is crickets. See? This is what I mean, bro. Zoro over Sanji, baby. This is what I mean, bro. Zoro over Sanji. Meanwhile, Zoro and his crew and his group narrowly escape from Road and a gang of pirates. See, man? Typical Zoro W. This is my vice captain. My vice captain of the future Pirate King. We should trust him because he's trying to disobey the world government, unlike the chicken shanks who's trying to maintain their reign and balance. Wait a minute. If the world government has total control over the One Piece world, and the One Piece world, especially pirates, struggle to have power. And Shanks is a pirate. And Shanks was a subordinate of Roger. And Shanks wants to preserve Luffy, preserve the One Piece, preserve the poneglyphs. Wouldn't Shanks striking a balance in the world help the argument that he's on the side of the pirates? The world government has all of these things under its control. They have the admirals. They have Cypher Pole. They're digging into the underworld. Shanks is the one going against them. Shanks was the one who saved Kobe. This whole argument that Shanks is a bad character in the eyes of the viewers, in the eyes of One Piece enthusiasts, in the eyes of Luffy, in the eyes of pirates, it doesn't work. It doesn't add up. When they talk about Shanks keeping a balance in the world, that's because the world government, they don't want a balance. They want total tyranny. You understand that? The world government does not want balance. They want power and control. So if Shanks wants balance, then he's saying, no, world government, you're not going to have tyranny. You're not going to have total control. You're not going to have total power. And simultaneously, we also need more context. I'm willing to bet the reason why Shanks wants a balance is because in the prophecy of Joy Boy and Nika returning to save the world, you need a balance. So that's probably why Shanks is keeping a balance in the first place. Shanks casually sipping tea with the Gorosei, he's a rat. Yeah, but Shanks casually ending Marineford War, Shanks casually saving Kobe's life, Shanks casually protecting Luffy, clearly shows that Shanks has Luffy's best interest at heart. He clearly has Joy Boy's best interest at heart. Shanks going against Blackbeard on several occasions. Just like how Shanks warned Whitebeard in the first half of the story about this notorious pirate who's a threat, meaning Blackbeard, we see Shanks go to the world government to warn them about a notorious pirate who's a threat to the One Piece world. You understand? So you can't say, oh, well, Shanks is going to the world government. He's a rat. Well, wait, time out though. Because Shanks and Blackbeard are not on the same team. Shanks and Blackbeard are opposition to each other. And if you look at the world government, Blackbeard is opposition to them. So by Shanks going to the world government to talk about Blackbeard, there is no rat there. Shanks is basically going to the world government because Blackbeard is a gigantic threat. This isn't rocket science. You know, sometimes I think like the Shanks rat things, like the Shanks rat stuff is like a joke, is just a meme. But then other times I think people are taking it too far. Like, you guys know how a long time ago, many years ago, people used to say that Kaido was a poneglyph? Who remembers that? Who remembers that? People used to say that Kaido was a poneglyph. And I knew the guy who made that theory, right? He made it as a joke. It was just a joke, right? It was a joke. It was he was S posting. He was sh posting, right? He was joking. But then other people saw that, they took it and they ran with it. So this is like in human nature. People will take things and then run with it, right? So I think like this idea of Shanks being a rat, for many people, is this a joke? I say it because I'm joking. I don't actually believe that. But then other people take it and then they run with it, right? To me, Shanks being an enemy of Joy Boy and Luffy makes no sense at all. You're throwing out pretty much all of the story because you're saying, look, Shanks met with the Gorosei, so therefore he's opposition to Joy Boy. You literally have to throw out the whole rest of the story. And that's what you call like sharpshooting, right? People have like this, it's the sharpshooter effect. You guys understand? Welcome back, broski. Mooney, welcome back, bro. It's in human nature, right? We all fall for it sometimes. I'm not perfect. It's the human nature. It's called the sharpshooter effect. We get so focused and so hung up on this one thing. You know, we look at this one thing so much. We keep zooming in. We keep moving closer with the magnifying glass. We are so hung up on this one little thing that we are ignoring everything around the object. We are ignoring everything outside of our focus. And that's exactly what people are doing with Shanks being a rat. They are so focused on Shanks talking to the Gorosei, ignoring literally the other 99% of the story. You know, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. If you disagree, feel free to disagree. But if you ask me my opinion, it just doesn't make sense. Still can't bring myself to trust Shanks. Why did he choose to remain silent and watch all the tyranny from afar until recently? Shanks, let me put it this way. Shanks knows more about Joy Boy, Nika, and the prophecy than One Piece fans do. And if you want to argue against that, man, I don't even know what to say at that point. Wouldn't you guys agree? Who do you guys think knows more about Luffy or about Joy Boy, Nika, and the prophecy? One Piece fans or Shanks? Shanks, the subordinate to Roger, the boy who cried when Roger whispered something to him, the man who spent so many years on Elbaf building a relationship with them. And ask yourself, chat, who knows more about Nika, Joy Boy, and the prophecy? Shanks or One Piece fans? And everything in the story with Shanks sitting alone on the shore of an island, sitting alone on the beach, nobody around him, looking at the newspaper, seeing Luffy progress, smiling, crying, being so proud of Luffy with nobody around him. You're telling me that that's actually like backwards logic? It's actually like when nobody's around Shanks, not even his own crew, when he's sitting alone on a beach, and he's smiling and he's happy for Luffy with no one around him. He's actually plotting against Luffy. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, Blackbeard's a good answer too. Shanks knows he can't progress the plot till Luffy reaches certain checkpoints. He can only do his best to stop Blackbeard. Exactly, Jordan, exactly. Robin chapter 10 out of 10. Yo, all right, we're going to continue, guys. We're going to continue. And I agree, Shanks' death scene would break One Piece. Shanks dying would shake the anime manga community. All anime fans, all manga fans are going to hear about that. Because chapter 1, uno, I don't know another language for the word one. Chapter 1 of One Piece presents Shanks and this everlasting covenant between Luffy and Shanks. Shanks' death in One Piece would shake the One Piece community. It would shake the anime, just in general anime community, in general manga community. And chat, can we just get another round of applause? Another 100 bomb. Another 100 bomb. Can we get some W Smokies? Can we get some 07s in chat? 07s in chat, bro. Salute to the boy Young Smokey with another 100 bomb. He already did 100 bomb. He did a 50 bomb. He did another 100 bomb. Thank you so much, Young Smokey. Another hundo, simply because I want to hype up my beautiful baby boo Robin Schwan, who is perfect in every way. See, that's how I feel about my wifey. My wifey she's better than Robin. Robin takes inspiration from her. This intellectual, beautiful, graceful angel. I know how you feel, Smokey. Thank you so much, bro. Just gigantic super chats every single stream. I truly can't thank you enough, King. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Guys, do we have some Robin lovers in chat? Comment down below if you want to support Smokey. Drop a 07. And more importantly, drop the word Robin if you want to support Robin, because I'm asking you, who do you like more, Robin or Nami? Who do we like more, Robin or Nami, chat? Robin or Nami? Robin or Nami? Robin or Nami, chat? Let's get some Robins in chat. See, because we don't do the Jezebels. Bro is lying? I'm not lying. Nah, you glazing? What do you mean I'm glazing? Who's glazing? Before I die, I would love to know Young Smokey's occupation. I read that as Young Thug, which, by the way, it's crazy that they let Young Thug out. Like, never mind that he glorifies drug addiction. Never mind how he glorifies infidelity. Never mind how he glorifies murder. Never mind any of that. Never mind how 63% of hip hop listeners in the US are under 25. Never mind how your frontal lobe, which is in charge of decision making, reasoning, and planning, among many other things, isn't even developed until you're 25. And what do? They let him out so he can preach more degeneracy, so that the youth can live in filth, the youth can live in degeneracy, the youth can live in sin, because that's what this world loves, and more importantly, that's what the tribe loves. Yes, let's go, rappers. Keep preaching about spinning the block, because that's going to make the world a better place. Keep preaching about drug addiction. That's making the world a better place. Keep preaching about sleeping with women for money and just leaving them. You're making the world a better place. All the single parent households, all the fatherless children. Yes, rappers, keep contributing to it. And you know what? Let's put the icing on the cake. Let's put the cherry on top. Rapper, listen to me. This is what you're going to do. Motivate the youth to spin the block and kill people and murder. Because you know we want to raise the crime rate. Just look at Atlanta and Chicago. But that's not enough. I want you to convince your listeners, you know, all the people that listen to your music, all the rap fans, yeah, convince them to get into drugs. Please do that. And now we have to raise the single parent households. We need to get people on welfare. We want you, listen to this, sleep with random women and risk getting STDs. Thank you. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to pay you a lot of money. And last but not least, after you preach all that degeneracy, all that filth, all that sin, I want you to wear a Christian cross. That's what you got to do, that, man. We'll pay for the cross. Bro, we will pay for your chain. Just please preach all forms of filth, degeneracy, and sin, and wear a Christian cross chain. Please, that would be perfect. Tribe mentality. Y'all ready for Israel Mo Money? Once again, chat, LOL. Robin is a woman you can make your wife and she will uplift you. Nami's extremely attractive, but she'd only... Whoa! Okay, I can't read that part out loud, Young Smokey. But I mean, that's true, bro. Chat, you gotta uplift your woman, bro. You gotta find a wife. You can't be with the Jezebels. Chat, stop getting with the Jezebels. They won't serve you, you won't serve them. You gotta love your wife like how Christ loves the church. You're supposed to lead your wife. You lead your wife, you guide her, you protect her, you speak to her in gentleness. You protect and lead your wife. You don't go to a Jezebel and just use her and just live in pointless filth. He's 100% right, guys. That's what our spirit calls us to do. That's what Christ calls us to do. That's what our heart calls us to do. Find a man or a woman that we truly love and build a family with them and lead the family because most of the people here are probably dudes. Lead your wife, lead your children. Don't live in this whole idea that society tells you to live in. Because in the final days, good will be perceived as bad, bad will be perceived as good. Agreed. Nami will literally rip you off at the end of the day. All right. Anyways, guys, let's get back on topic. Robin prepares herself to reunite with Saul, having Brooke cut her hair and returning to her pre-time skip hairstyle. Now I see why you got, bro. Now I understand why. Now I understand why everybody was talking about Robin's hair, bro. Robin prepares herself to reunite with Saul, having Brooke cut her hair and returning to her pre-time skip hairstyle. Nah, you know what that is, bro? You know what that is? Oda was like, bro, I'm so tired of my fans, my supporters, complaining about the new Straw Hat looks, the new Straw Hat appearances, the new Straw Hat designs. I'm so tired of it. I'm gonna make up some random BS excuse. I'm just gonna say that, I don't know, Robin needs to cut her hair. You know, that's how she's going to do her hair. And she's going to cut her hair because, I don't know, Saul? Yeah, Saul. Let's go with that. I'm going to have Robin cut her hair for Saul. That's what it is, bro. Oda's trying to please the fans, bro. What do you call this when you please the fans, chat? What do you call it? What do you call it when fan service, bro? This is fan service. Oda, don't give me that, bro. Don't give me that. What are you telling me that Saul isn't gonna recognize Robin unless she cuts her hair? Bro, give me a break. This is just an excuse for Oda to go back to pre-time skip hairstyle. And I'm not slandering Oda. Honestly, I don't really care. But this is what I see it as. And it doesn't bother me. I'm not upset with it. I don't dislike it. I really don't care. But yeah, I think this is Oda's excuse to go back to pre-time skip hairstyle. Now I know that fans are going to be begging Oda to do this with Frankie. You guys know it, bro. Bro, most One Piece fans hate Frankie's new hairstyle. They hate his new design. Me, I got over it, bro. I got over Frankie's hairstyle. Like, I'm used to it. It doesn't look that bad. But, bro, you ask any One Piece fan, oh, bro, Frankie's hair is so ugly, so trash, bro. Oda needs to go back. They all hate it. So, Oda, now you got to use this, bro. Maybe this chapter, maybe the leakers didn't put it in the spoilers. Maybe Frankie's nearby. And Frankie's like, yo, Robin, you getting a haircut? Are you changing your hairstyle, Robin? Hey, I want to change my hairstyle too. And then Oda's going to have Frankie go back to his old hair. Come on, man. Robin is in her femininity energy. She's giddy meeting Saul again. So wholesome. It is wholesome, bro. Yo, this is going to be such a beautiful moment. And you know what's, oh, bro, you know what's so crazy? Egghead was a parallel to the Ohara incident, bro. Egghead was a parallel to the Ohara incident. What happens after Egghead? The Elbaf arc with Saul. Dude. So Oda had us prepare for Saul by showing us all of the parallels between the Egghead arc and the Ohara incident. Right? That whole connection with Robin losing her homeland, seeing Saul, meeting Saul, getting to know Saul, and he follows up the Egghead arc with Elbaf, with them reuniting. Dude, yo, you can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up. Oda's writing is just on a whole different plane of existence. It's on a whole nother plane of existence. I'm begging Oda for more Robin feet spreads. Robin feet, is that what you like? Eli, I thought you weren't a foot guy, bro. I thought you weren't into toes, man. See, that's the culture of a real man. You ask me, a real man knows when to appreciate the toes. Go back to Wano and there is some nice takes. Oh my, bro, chat. Why are y'all so degenerate? Is this what the stream is boiling down to? Feet? Can't say I disagree, chat. At the end of the chapter, a giant is shouting that Saul has collapsed the ground. Oh, no, he collapsed on the ground. Oh, is it because Saul is crying? Chat, what are the theories? Why did Saul collapse on the ground? I guess collapse to the ground. What are the theories? Is it because he sees Robin and he can't believe he sees her and he's crying? What are the theories, guys? What are the theories? Why is he collapsing to the ground? Man finally made it to the important part of the spoilers. Yo, G with the 20 bomb. Thank you, G. Thank you, King. Thank you so much for the great support, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Especially earlier, you dropped 20 memberships, 20 gifted. Now you're hitting me with the 20 bomb. G, thank you so much, brother. Thank you a million times over. And what is the important part? Is it Robin's hair? Is that what you're saying? The important part of the spoilers is Robin's hair? Chat, what's the highlight to the spoilers? Is it Robin's hair? Or is it Luffy fighting Loki? Or is it Loki's bounty? Chat, also rate the spoilers, man. What do we rate the spoilers? Comment down below, 1 to 10. Guys, I'm losing my voice, man. I'm losing my voice. What do we rate the spoilers, guys? 1 to 10. Make sure you guys like the stream. If you're new here, subscribe. If you're not new here, hit the notification bell so you never miss future streams and future posts. Man, chat, my hair's a fucking mess, bro. Oops, I cursed. All right, we're just gonna deal with the hair, guys. I'm not a fashionista. We're here for One Piece content. Robin hair upgrades the chapter from an 8 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. 8, 9, 8, 7. 7 because no Nami, just Robin. Eric, how could you say that, dude? You know that Robin is clearly better than that Jezebel Nami. Only Jezebels side with Nami. Jezebels that do not have fruits of the spirit, but have works of the flesh. That are not circumcised inwardly. No break next week. Yeah, yo, chat. What's the highlight of the spoilers? Chat, what's the highlight of the image? Who could tell me the best part of the image? Who could tell me? Who's gonna be the first person to tell me? Who is gonna be the first person? What is the highlight of this image? It is clear to me. It is clear to me that the highlight of this image is no break, as said by Mr. OK in chat. No break next week. We love to see it. Thank you, Oda Sensei, giving us no break. We're here for it. And I did not see the fan letter. What fan letter? What are you talking about? Stash check? Oh no. Stash check. Is it good? We're good. Bro, I'm telling you, it's the lighting and it's the angles. Stash check, bro. We're good. We're good. L, do I get the thumbs up? Come on, you were roasting me. Multiple streams, bro. You were grilling me. Do I get the pass? Do I get the thumbs up, L, or do I get the thumbs down? 333. Thank you for the super chat, L. Door handle is right. Fan letter is best episode this year. What is the fan letter? What are you talking about? I was just thinking about the staff. Why are you thinking about my mustache? Bro, this chat is sus. Looks better? Thank you, bro. Thank you for the super chat and thank you for the thumbs up, L. Go to Crunchyroll and watch Fan Letter. It's a special free OP fan episode. My theory about Saul collapsing is some third party are on the island and they attack Saul to enrage Robin and abduct her. Either that or it's a plot from Loki's underlings. So my question about that is, how would that person know that Saul has a connection to Robin Chuan? You get what I'm saying? If they're attacking Saul to lure Robin, then that must mean that they know that Robin and Saul have an interconnected relationship. So how would they know that? It's number 2 on Mal. Please stream fan letter. It's based on the light novels. All right, guys. When we finish these spoilers, when we finish talking about them, do you guys want to watch fan letter? Watch OP fan. Damn, what is so good about this fan letter? You said it's on Crunchyroll? What is so good about fan letter, man? Search on Google Uranus red circle. All right, let me look up Uranus red circle. Uranus red circle. Okay, so you guys are saying One Piece fan letter is based on the light novels. Who's help me, Poppy? Luffy was better. What? Who's help me, Poppy? Luffy was better. Yo, Eric, are you having a stroke? Wait, where's the episode? I don't see it. Where is it? I don't see it, chat. Finbur said chill. I only thought about the stash when you went full screen. Alright, fine, Finburst. You get a pass. You'll see how peak fan letter. Where is it, bro? Yo, Young Smokey with the 20 bomb. Thank you so much, King. Thank you, bro. Evil, I recommend the fan letter 10 out of 10. Alright, we'll watch it. Bottom? Is it back? Do I have to go back? Just type fan letter. Let me see. One Piece fan letter. What is it? SB? What a fan letter like SBS? Oh, is it this? Whoa. Hold on. Okay, is it this, chat? 1124 fan letter? Is it this? OVA is based on the light novel of fan. Wait, are you talking which light novel? Are you talking about the one drawn by Boichi? You know the Ace light novel? Is that what you're talking about? It's excellent fan service for every type of OP fan. It's this. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit more about the spoilers in case you guys do. Because this is, well, okay, fine, chat. We'll watch the fan letter. We'll watch it together. But chat, just so you know, I'm gonna have to watch it like this. Hold on, let me pull up a different screen. I gotta cover it because if I don't cover it, YouTube's gonna shoot our stream down, and that's not good. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Let me make a new screen. Episode screen. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Hold your horses. Chat, I'm going to have to put a filter over the episode because if I have the raw episode, YouTube is literally going to end the stream and then give me a copyright strike, okay? So I apologize. But let me make the page, the screen bigger because it's clipped right now. Hold on, chat. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're going to do like this. Let's unlock it. Okay, we're gonna put it like this. I'm gonna make it like that. Red filter. All right, chat. So if anyone comes into the stream and they're asking why they can't see, chat, just tell them it's because of copyright strikes. I will literally get my stream turned off. It's happened many times before. They'll turn off the stream and then they'll give me a copyright strike. Okay, so unfortunately, chat, we have to do this. Trust me, I don't like it. I know how you guys feel. I don't like how we have to cover the episode. Obviously, if I didn't have to cover the screen, then I wouldn't, right? But unfortunately, chat, that's what we have to do. Okay, so I could play it like this, okay? Hopefully YouTube doesn't flag the stream. That would be really bad. But yeah, chat, if there's any last comments you guys want to go on about with the spoilers, now's your chance. Which Straw Hat is shown to have significance in the episode? I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. Filters are all good. Just put a time counter so we know where you're at. Damn, how would I do a time counter? I have no clue how I would do a time counter, bro. Especially if, what do you call it? Especially if I pause. You'll be able to hear the episode. Okay, so Johan, are you talking about this? Red, or rings of Uranus? Uranus has red rings. So are you saying that? Oh! Bro! Chat! It's the red line! Whoa! Greg, what's good, bro? I think the chapter gives further evidence that Shanks will be defeated through a Davy back fight. How so? Yo, okay, so chat. I think what Johan is saying is that the One Piece planet is based off of Uranus. Because Uranus, the planet, has a red ring around it, just like how the One Piece planet has a red ring around it called the Red Line. Ho ho! Chat, is he cooking? Is he cooking, chat?
Let him cook now.
Yes or no? Is Johan cooking? Wait a minute. Because there's also a Uranus in One Piece. There's literally an ancient weapon named Uranus. But you see, my problem with it, Johan, is that we know that they call the One Piece planet Verth, right? I think it's a Japanese word for Earth. So technically they call the One Piece planet Earth. But maybe just because they call it Earth, that doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't take inspiration from Uranus. So they could call the One Piece planet Verth, which is Earth. It's just a different way of saying it. It's like a translation thing. But the One Piece planet takes inspiration from Uranus. Ho ho! The rings of Uranus. The Zeta ring, Epsilon ring, Nu ring, and Mu ring. Whoa! What does Emu call himself, chat? What does Emu call himself? Mu. Wait a minute, young Johan. Yo, Lil Johan in the chat is up to something. Johan's up to no good. So Uranus has a red ring around it, and one of the rings is called the Mu ring. Wait a minute. All right, if I'm being honest, I have no clue what the rings of a Uranus entail. I have no clue what this means. And I am terrible at cosmology. New ring. Okay, so Uranus has a new ring. What, in 2005 or 2003, Uranus got a new ring? All right, Johan, you got to cook on that, bro. You got to cook some more and tell us what this means. It still could be an inspiration in the OP world, exactly. So One Piece, they could call their planet Earth, but then it takes inspiration from Venus. Given the red ring around, or not Venus, or Uranus. Given that Uranus has a red ring around it, just like how the One Piece planet has a red ring around it. Ring around the rosy. Crazy how Emu resides in the last ring, which is at the top of the world. Dude. Yo, this man Jay and Johan are cooking. Yeah, so the Mu ring is the final ring. It's the final countdown. So Mu ring is the final ring. Just like how Emu calls himself Mu. Yo. I don't know what to make of this, but Jay and Johan, you guys got to look deeper into this, dude. Zeta will be Garling's new power gifted to him straight from Mu. Yeah, bro, the Zeta ring. Zeta, Epsilon, and Nu. And who controls the Earth of One Piece? Emu. That Emu owns his Uranus. Yeah, so a better argument that you could use. Look, so this is how I would put it, right? In real life, Uranus has a red ring, which is very similar to the One Piece planet, which has a red ring. We call it the Red Line. Moreover, one of the rings, the final ring of Uranus, is called Mu, which is exactly how Emu addresses himself. And additionally, it's pretty much confirmed at this point that the world government has the ancient weapon of Uranus. So of course, Uranus would have a red ring around it, just like how the One Piece planet has a red ring around it, and the One Piece planet is controlled by the world government. And the final ring is Mu. So this all ties together, saying that Emu is in possession of the ancient weapon of Uranus. That's what I think this is pointing towards. Emu has the ancient weapon of Uranus, because clearly they used an ancient weapon powered by Mother Flame to remove Leloucia from the planet. It's not that Mother Flame was in the sky and destroyed Leloucia, making Mother Flame the ancient weapon. It's that the ancient weapon utilized Mother Flame, right? If you look at the wording, go to the official translations, read through Egghead. It's abundantly clear that the thing in the sky that destroyed Leloucia was powered by Mother Flame. It's not that Mother Flame itself was alone in the sky. It's that something was housing Mother Flame and it used Mother Flame. So that would mean that the thing in the sky that destroyed Leloucia wasn't necessarily only Mother Flame, but it was an ancient weapon using Mother Flame. And that ancient weapon would have to be Uranus. LOL, if Redline is weaponized, Pluton. What's good, Glacier? What's good, bro? A Japanese man discovered this search for the red circle. Yo, shout out to whoever that Japanese man is. I just got in. Can we do a quick recap? What's good, Donnie? Basically, in the spoilers, bro, Luffy's talking to Loki. Loki's like, I'm not going to give you any information unless you set me free. Matter of fact, Luffy, Shanks is a chicken. Luffy got mad. Luffy went in gear 4. He punched Loki. And they figure out that Loki has a bounty on him worth 2.6 billion berries. Finally, Zoro escapes with the crew from Road and the gang of pirates, and Robin prepares to meet Saul by cutting her hair to have her pre-time skip appearance. And at the end of the chapter, Saul falls to the ground. We don't know why he fell to the ground. That's pretty much the short summary. Obviously, the long summary of the spoilers will be a lot better, okay? So you guys are free to judge the short summary. Rate the short summary. Judge the short summary. Say whatever you want about the short summary, as long as you're judging the short summary. Don't judge the chapter, judge the short summary. Then when we get the long summary, we judge the long summary. Then when we get the chapter, we judge the chapter. Okay? But guys, with that being said, I want you guys to turn your web pages to One Piece 1124, One Piece fan letter. Okay? I have not watched this. We're going in raw. And I'm excited because everyone was gassing this up in chat. One Piece episode 1124, One Piece fan letter. We're going to be watching it. So if you guys want to watch along, it should be free to watch on Crunchyroll. Whatever website you choose is probably on Anime Pahe. You guys should use Anime Pahe. And we're going to be watching this together, okay, chat? So I'm going to give you guys a moment. If you guys want to watch along with me, I'll give you guys a moment to go to One Piece 1124 fan letter. I have no clue what this is about, except you guys in chat telling me that it is peak. That's all I know, bro. That's all I know. That this episode is peak, that it's fan service, that every single One Piece fan would love something like this. Okay, I know nothing about this episode. Are you guys ready? Are we ready, chat? Spam the chat with salutes. Spam the chat with 07s. If you guys are ready to engage and watch this episode. I'm trying to match. Yo, Mooney, I can't match with the THC, but I can match with something that I am bounded by. May the Lord set me free. Robin is getting cute with Saul, or for Saul. Yeah, bro, because they have Rawl. I combined Robin with Saul, Rawl. No, Robin and Saul have a beautiful relationship, a beautiful connection. It's wholesome. I am Italian, so I watched on Anime Saturn. What is that, a website? All right, guys, we're going to be jumping into the episode. You guys ready? One Piece 1124 fan letter. I have no clue what I'm about to see. How long is this? Okay, it's 25 minutes. Okay. Make sure you watch the ending credits. Okay, guys, remind me to mute the audio during the intro and the outro. That's the only time we have to mute the episode, okay? Because, again, every time that I didn't mute the intro to the episode and it played the intro song, YouTube would turn the stream offline and they would give me a copyright strike. It's happened before. And the outro song as well. But throughout the episode, chat, we can listen to it. I'll play the audio. Just remind me, okay? Remind me to mute the outro music and the intro music. Toei. Oh, she's a little genius, bro. Yo, she is a One Piece theorist, bro. Star. Yo, chat. Rockstar cameo. I know you see it, bro. Look behind the guy with the hook nose. You see the guy? Bro, that's Rockstar. Is that dude looking at a beige wanted poster? Bro's sitting there looking at a Captain Beige wanted poster. Dude, out of everyone, you chose a bomb.